Hello, welcome to a lesson. Today we're going to be talking about task 6 on your portfolio. Task 6 is actually criterion B, strand 2. It involves developing a range of feasible design ideas using appropriate medium and detailed annotation, which can correctly be interpreted by others. On the portfolio, we split this up into a couple of steps. One being the initial brainstorming design ideas. These are quick, fast drawings, very short time, very little annotation. It would involve maybe the color, maybe the material, the different shapes and forms, maybe manufacturing. Some are 3D printed, some are made of acrylic, some are wood and laser cut. So is best thing to do here is just get as many ideas down. So in order to start this process, so from this we will start moving through what we call the development stages, and in the end we'll have some developed ideas. We'll probably abandon some of these ideas as we go forward, maybe because we're thinking of they're too complicated or we don't have the skill set or the time, but we're going to be looking at ones we want to develop more. And it might be combining ideas. It might be thinking through the processes and thinking about new research we need to do. But in this case, we have a task 6A, 6B, 6C, 6D. So this could take up to 4 slides, or you could have all your brainstorming ideas on pages like I have here, and then just create some more complex sketches with more annotations and more detail about how that particular design is going to be built. So to get started, you can look up at your existing products, which would be one of the things that you've researched that should inspire. So I have a couple of existing products that I pulled and I've done the analysis on. Particularly like this laser cut one with the pattern on it. I do like the mood lighting with the different colors, changing colors, and I also really like the acrylic. So I don't know which one of these. I'm going to try to design a couple of each and then see which ones I develop more. Also in my appendix, when I did the initial existing product research, I pulled lots and lots of ideas over. There were so many that I just put them here for this period of time when I wanted to be inspired on my design ideas. So I've got some laser cut and acrylic ones. I have some 3D printed ones here. So I'm going to keep these up in front of me and look at these ideas as I go through the brainstorming process. So I might be pulling this Star Wars one. I might think about creating one design that has layers of acrylic that show a scene that's rastered in different layers, so I might do something like that. It's probably not going to be Star Wars, but I do like this where the lights are inside like a cube, like a Rubik's Cube, so I might design something like that. I will design one acrylic one with a base that's probably 3D printed, and then one of these lamps like this. So I'm going to be looking at this as I go through the process. So if you want to take about 5 minutes or so to do some additional research to get some things in front of you so that you have ideas readily to design or draw inspiration off, go ahead and do that. Take a 5-minute copy paste. You can see I've copied some things into my. I'm not probably going to use these designs in the very first brainstorming, but in the second one I will pull some of these design elements into the developed designs. Okay. Alrighty then, so since you now have your design, some ideas, your existing products, you're thinking about, let's see, even in my design specifications, I have some ideas of what my designs will look like as well. And I have some images of different materials or construction or shapes. I'm ready to begin the design brainstorming process. So if you set a timer to 2 minutes, you can to set it any kind of timer. Really stick to this process. Set it to 2 minutes. It gives you enough time to get the basic shape, maybe add a little color, point to a few things, tell me how it's going to function, where's the button going to go, where's the potentiometer going to go, what colors are going to be. Just do a quick sketch, and when the timer goes off, give yourself a few seconds to finish up what you're doing and move on to the next one and the next one. Change the shape, change the color, change the material. Maybe change the function. You're going to say, I used the button on this one, but this one's going to have an LDR on it. You can see in the process, some of these designs, I'm not even sure if I can do. I can create this. I created this sphere from 3D printing, but if you print things thin enough, it can actually be translucent. So that's something I would have to go back and check on a small scale. Could I see LEDs through the shell of a 3D printed form? Again, some detail, some with more detail. Some are giving me questions that I could go back to the research and start thinking about. Some I don't even know how I would create yet. So there's some ideas about developing your ideas more and thinking about the process. Because you want to think about that before we actually get to the actual build. We need to know what we don't know. So once you've done that for 8 times, that's about 16 minutes, give or take, I think you should have 8 ideas. And then another 4 minutes just to kind of fix up and change, add, start thinking about what ideas you want to develop. I believe this could be done in about 20 minutes.